Hi everybody, welcome to this 2-minute techie tip designed to improve teacher productivity and enhance student learning. Our goal is to focus on creativity, communication, collaboration, and critical thinking in the classroom. So let's get started with a couple of the maybe not advanced and not beginning, but possibly intermediate ins and outs of working with Google Sites. All right, so what I'm looking at here is an actual site that we are using for parents. It's called Parent Forms, and our parents can access this from the lumenchristyparish.org website. And we have a form embedded here that says they can sign up for our aftercare, and really just to show you that creating and using forms with parents or even with students, book discussion or answering questions is super easy. Here we also have, just for your information, family contact information, so they can fill out emergency information for us, and we get all of that data submitted as a PDF. So we're going to mess with this form a little bit, and our goal is to accomplish three things. We are going to, number one, quick and fast embed a calendar into a web page. We are also going to copy a page from another site. I think that's going to be popular. And we're also going to kind of play a little bit with the site layout. So first of all, my organization here, I talked in the other screencast about a theme, and this is a okay theme. It has a little bit of personality, but the default is that the navigation, so my tools are over here on the left. Some themes, the navigation could be horizontal. You could have tabs across the top, and it really doesn't matter. It all is going to work the same. And truly, if you think that you're working on a website and you think, gosh, I'd rather not have a left side navigation, I'd rather have tabs across my top of my page, and that is doable. So what I want you to kind of think about is that when we talk about tabs or embedding or any of the tools here, it really all works the same no matter what the theme is. So all the tools will function the same in any of the themes. You just kind of have to look at the layout. That's going to be a little bit different. So, first job, embed a calendar into a web page. First of all, I need to create a new web page, and I know that really that's super simple. One great thing about Google Sites is I only have 3 buttons here, so one of these has to be give me a new page. My pencil isn't it. Edit page, my more button, that's not it. So I'm left with just a plus sign here, new page. So I'll take this away. Hope I remember. Calendar page. All right. So I'm just going to name that, and that's your first job. You can change that, but it does give you a URL here. That's not going to be a big deal. So you can rename your pages. Save, select a template. 99% of the time, 99.9% of the time, stay with a web page. You're going to put this most of the time at the top level. That is kind of nesting ideas, but we're going to come back to that. So here I am just going to create my new calendar page. And let's look then at where does that come out. Okay, so it made the page, but do you see how it didn't show up in my navigation? So that's going to come into play in a second. All right, it's really one of the easiest things to do. If I want to add a calendar to my web page, I just get a page ready, and I can do this. I could do this in different ways. Do you see how it's really just an open web page? But I would like people to kind of pay attention to the layout button here. It might just add, some of you do like to think about your design. And the layout button can kind of help you do that. So I'm just going to choose the 2-column layout here, and do you see how it just gives you formatting? This is column 1, and then right here is column 2. So I could say that I am going to just embed my calendar in this side. I might want some text, or I might want my calendar on this side. Well, that's doable. And I also have text here. So it kind of gives me an interesting way to lay my page out, and here I have all of these other options. We're just going to throw that in there. That's free for people today. So I'm ready. I got my page set. I want to find a calendar, and if I just look over here, I happen to have Google kind of stuff, and bam, right there I've got a calendar. My 75,000 calendars that I've created are all listed here. When you're the owner and you're creating a site, all of your calendars will be listed here. I'm just going to go ahead. I don't know of anything here that I have stuff on. We're just going to choose an athletics calendar. What the heck? My width here, I might want to change that. I'm just going to go to 500, but you can come back and play with that. Width, it says leave empty for 100%, and I'll show you what that is. You're going to want to choose a month view. I think it defaults my time zone here. I think it defaults to central. I keep all of this checked. I give it a name, and I say save. All right. So here now, look at how I set my column, and look at how my calendar is going to be a little fat. Let's just save my page and look at that. It's probably going to, I don't really exactly like how that's showing. So let's make our calendar just a smidge smaller. I'm going to edit my page again, and this is called a little gadget. My calendar is inserted in a gadget, and I always know a gear will let me kind of change my width. So I'm going to try 300. We might not like this. We're going to say that. But you see how it kind of made it a little smaller, but it really didn't change my width. I didn't alter it. My width did not alter. It will just kind of fit here, but I can see my calendar now. But let's change my layout, and let's just show you how, if I were to change my layout, I'm going to forget my 2-column. We're just going to go to back to the 1-column deal, and then here I'm going to go back to my settings, and I might want that back at, I believe it was 600. So here my width, kind of ignore that because that will fit. The 100% width is, it will make it fit in whatever size, whatever area you are putting it in, so it will fill up that space. That's what that means. All right, I'm going to say save again, and what I didn't do is center. My little center guy, I kind of like that. And here I'm going to say save. All right, so this is going to show you how that will fill up that space, and you might want a calendar to be that big. That's perfectly fine, but I am just looking at the calendar date on August 9th. All right, so we're going to take that off of there for sure, but then now we also want to look at, how come I don't see my calendar page here? We're going to go into editing just a little bit. All right, and I also want to copy a page from another site. So here, I need to edit this site a little, and here my edit site layout button will let me edit my header or my navigation area. Do you see how I'm just hovering over this? And if I click here, it gives me all sorts of my options. I'm going to say cancel. But here I need to edit my sidebar because I don't see my calendar page. All right, I've got to go find that. So I'm going to hover over that, click in it, and then this should probably look a little familiar to people. It's only showing my home, aftercare, family, emergency. These 3 pages. Sitemap is a default. I need to add a page, and of course my page is calendar, and here, and I can move that up. And once I say OK, then that's going to show up. I am done with this. I can click off of it. I can say close, and now I've got my calendar page showing. All right, let's go get another page from another website, and then we're going to add it to this form. All right, I have a digital citizen page website that we're going to be using, and I'm just going to copy this page onto our site. Let's say I made this and I really like it. I certainly can use a keyboard shortcut, Command A, and it will select everything. Pretty reliable, but I'm going to just show you a little hint. If I were to select A and copy, I could go to my new site, make a page, and then paste that. But what sometimes might work just a little bit better, I'm going to zoom in. Pay attention. I'm pointing at the HTML code here. All right, I am just going to show you that, and here it looks awful. Don't even pay attention. But the surefire way to get everything is to go to that HTML code page site, and then now I'm going to select everything, Command A. I've highlighted everything on this page, which is a lot. I'm going to Command C, copy, cancel this. I'm really done with this page. I'm going to my parent form page. I'm going to make a new page, which is digital citizen. We're just going to do this fast. Create. And then again, look at how if I paste this, it'll paste all the HTML. So I am going to go back to that HTML, just paste, and then watch what happens. I'm going to update that. And then look at, I've got everything all perfect. Using the HTML tab here is probably the best, fastest way to really copy pictures. Everything that you have will be exactly the same. All right, you certainly can copy sections and paste them in. So I'm going to save that, and again, I don't have this page showing, so I again have to go to my edit site layout, and here it will show me, here's all my options. If I click on stuff, I can kind of see, oh, how I would change my layout, how I would alter some of this stuff, but I know I've got to change my navigation because I don't have this digital citizenship page showing. This is just what we did for the calendar page. So here, selecting pages to show, I have that, and I'm going to add a page. But one little thing, you might want to, if you want to just let the website just organize pages for you, then you can automatically organize my navigation here. Otherwise, just go to add a page, digital citizenship, say OK. Place it where you want, and of course my side arrows let me nest that. Let's just see what that'll look like. So you can see how you can have sub pages or parent and child pages. I'm going to close that, and then here, do you see how I can that really will close, and I can have pages that are under each other there. So I can have nested pages on here, and if I want to see that, there we go. So that covered embedding a web page, embedding a calendar, and copying a page from another website and kind of playing with the site layout. So I'm hoping that's going to help people move forward. And what we want to remember is that with technology, we can remove the limitations of the traditional classroom and transform the way we teach and learn. Thanks for listening to this 2-minute techie tip.